I am thankful that you guys are on here, and I hope that my story inspires you. I'm going to brag on some other people along the way, get you fired up about what this company can do for you. But I really do want to kick this off with our new video. It gives me goosebumps, and it gives you another 90 seconds to tell a couple people to hop on and join us this evening. And give me the thumbs up if you can hear it. And if you can't, let me know. The video.
No,
Can't hear the video?
no.
Okay, hang on. I did this. I tested with my neighbor earlier on my computer, and this is what I get for using my hubbies. Let me try one more time, guys.
I think we could hear it. It just needs turned up.
If not, I'm just going to skip it, to be totally honest. We'll try one more time. And if not, I'm just going to.
Gratitude. Living is so much more than existing or simply getting by. Living is
Can
about
you hear it?
designing a life on your own terms. A life where you are healthy, happy, and deeply fulfilled. Feeling alive is about daring to dream and then having the courage to pursue those dreams. And every great dream, like every great journey, begins with that very first step. Waking up each day with your body brimming with energy and your mind clear, focused, and on purpose.
Why did you do this?
This is the essence of a life well lived, a life where you get to decide. Choosing to nourish your body with products you can trust, products that fuel you forward. Embracing the power of an active lifestyle, the serenity of rest, and the beauty of balance. Deciding to be a part of a community where connections are not fleeting, where friends look for and discover the best in each other. Intentionally lifting each other up. Choosing to trade any doubts, worries, or fears for clarity and certainty. Living with purpose, a purpose of helping and serving others. Inviting more, breaking bread more, sharing more stories, forgiving more, laughing more, and focusing more quality time on your family, your friends, your teens, and of course, your community. Our community is about uniting with a common purpose, supporting each other to grow and overcome challenges, and thriving in the pursuit of an audacious goal. Because together we can achieve what is impossible to do alone. Now it's your time. It's your time to inspire and be inspired, to give and to receive, to connect and reconnect, to celebrate and be celebrated. This is your story. This is your legacy. This is what it means to live fully and squeeze the juice out of your life. This is the art of living. This is Isogenics, and this is our time.
All right, guys, now let me get out of the video and on to the next ones. Hopefully, if you've never seen it, type maybe something that you absolutely love in the chat. And if that's the first time you have seen it, just something that like kind of lit you up, maybe got you really excited about it. I am a huge, huge fan of that. Go out of there, so I've got to go back and stop and share the screen. No, note to self: I'm never using hubby's computer again. We share a lot of things, but this is not my favorite. Okay, this is the last time. We should be good to go. Are you guys looking at the slide about the why? I'm going back to the video. The very first time somebody asked me about my why, right? And why I do the things that I do, I honestly didn't even know what they meant. And I will never forget it. And I remember this very specific question being asked to me about one of my very first events. And it was like, if time and money were of no issue, what would you be doing? And I thought, you guys are crazy. Don't touch me. Don't hug me. I don't want to think about things like that. Like that stuff's never going to happen to me. Man, I was bullheaded and I was stubborn and I was like annoyed with these types of questions. And I remember someone saying to me, well, if you don't go for it, you're already going to be disappointed. So the worst thing that can happen is you start to get excited about it and it doesn't happen and you're in the same place you are. But what if you got a little bit closer to what you wanted? And so I started to really, really think about it. And if you guys can relate to that, type in the chat, tell me a little bit maybe about what it was like when someone first asked you about this. But I remember thinking, one of the things that I really, really wanted early on was to work out when I wanted to work out. I was so busy and I was working around everybody else's schedule that sometimes it was 4 in the morning, sometimes it was 8 o'clock at night. And I thought, what would it be like to just like wake up, have coffee, and kind of go when I want to go? I realized how lonely I was as a solopreneur. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. And I thought, I want to do my work with friends. Like, I want to be able to do things and hang out with other people. And so I want you to just dig into this and kind of think about this question as we go through things today. That if you had all of, if you guys don't mind just muting your lines for me, I'm trying to mute them as they come in, but it would just be helpful that we have a clean recording. I'd be so grateful. Just kind of keep this question in mind, that if you had all the time and resources in the world, how would that give you meaning and purpose? Like, what is it that you would be doing? Because I swear the more successful I've become, my heart of contribution and the way that I want to give back just continues to grow. So I'm going to take you way back. For those of you that don't know me, I just had my 11th anniversary with Isagenix. It's mind blowing. I told my husband it's the longest relationship I've ever had. But when Isagenix came into my life, I was an overworked, overwhelmed, underpaid, burnout nutritionist that I knew everything about health and wellness, right? I was telling everybody else how to eat, how to work out, and I was living on more caffeine on a day than people should probably have in a week, maybe a month. I was exhausted. I was fluffy.
Okay.
I was unhappy. And I was literally like praying for something. It was one of those that there's got to be something else out there for me. What I was doing was not sustainable. And people would recommend things like, you would be a great realtor. And I was like, I don't really like to hang out in the car. You know, people would say, oh, you would crush it at pharmaceutical sales. I'm like, kind of holistic. I'm a little too hippie for that, you know? And when Isagenix got dropped in my lap, it was like I got hit over the head with a 2x4. And I just thought, this is too good to be true. And I'm not going to get another opportunity like this in my life. And I'm going to go game busters with it. And the rest is kind of history. But I started with the products. So I told you I was on way too much caffeine, that I was fluffy, that I was inflamed. And my cousin had introduced me to a 30-day system. And I thought, oh my gosh, if you don't get off my back with your stupid shakes, I'm never going to do this little like funky cleanse that you keep talking about. And she said, whatever you're doing is not working. And I was like, ouch, but kind of true. And so I hopped on with full intent to send it back. I said, I'm going to do the whole thing and then I'm going to get my money back. And lo and behold, about a week later, I had never felt better. I literally remember calling my mom and saying, I feel like I could pee unicorn sparkles. I have so much energy. And I said, you have got to do this. You know, I said, there's women that are your age that look like my age. I don't know what's in it yet, but you need to do this with me. You're going to feel amazing. I told my sister, I told a couple of my best friends, and the company sent me a check. And I was like, why are you paying me? It was ISA Wallet at the time. If you guys remember, I tried to call them. I'm like, why are you paying me? You know, I'm just a customer. And when I started to understand the business model, what had happened, I thought, well, if that was on accident, what would happen if it was on purpose? And so I really, really got into work. And fast forward over the last decade, this company has opened up my wildest dreams. I still continue to be the healthiest I've ever been. That's now a year postpartum, and I had a great pregnancy. And it's been a springboard to do so many other things. When you free up time in your life and you're mentally focused and you have more freedom and you have a community of people who stand behind you on chairs cheering you on, back to that why and that purpose, all of those things come to fruition. So these pictures are just a few of my stories. But for those of you that are reds or those of you that are really motivated by making an impact, you know, Isagenix gave me a platform to share my story, which was to empower other people. You know, I had always said I wanted to do a TED Talk. I didn't know what it was going to be like, but Isagenix opened up that door. You know, I wrote a book. I was able to have a baby, a 2-year IVF journey that there's no way a nutritionist and personal trainer salary would have ever been able to pay for. So when I tell you guys, my heart is on fire, I scream about these products and the opportunity from the rooftops, and I always will. It's because I always feel like if someone dropped the little Isagenix fairy dust on me and it changed my whole life, it's possible for everybody. And I want to go sprinkle that fairy dust for everybody else, so that they can start to say yes to all the things that they're saying no to. So I want you to just imagine an opportunity where you can get started with your own virtual store. There is literally no physical or rental, you know, lease that you have to deal with. There's no employees that you have to pay. And when we say minimal investment, the only overhead is the product you're going to use. Like, the only investment is you saying yes to a transformation of your health. Coming from someone who had the brick and mortar business, I can tell you guys it was thousands and thousands of dollars to get a website, to get a logo, to have things trademarked, and the attorney fees and the rental fees and yada, 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 yada. That when I saw this, and I remember thinking, I can buy a nutrition pack for $300 to $500 and I have the potential to make tens of thousands of dollars in years to come. Like, is this even possible? And it is. And there's many people on this call that will tell you that it's possible. And in addition to that, there's incredible training, incredible leadership, community events, marketing materials, social media, everything that you would need. I've been an entrepreneur for over 22 years. I actually coach other female entrepreneurs, and I see it over and over how hard it can be doing everything on your own. Now, people are passionate and love their business. I'm not going to deter them not to do that. But for some people that have the entrepreneurial spirit, they want that freedom, they want the flexibility, but they don't want to have to do it all on their own. This is where Isagenix come into place. Let's look at where trillions, millions, billions of dollars is being spent right now. Because when we talk about having purpose behind your career, for me, that's being able to make an impact. You know, here at Isagenix, we really make our income by the impact that we're making in others' lives. So the wellness industry right now is almost a $5 trillion industry. And by 2033, it's going to be almost a $13 trillion industry. So I say that to highlight wellness is not going anywhere. I know right now there's some fear in the industry because of what's happened with some other companies. People are going to be investing in their health even more so in years to come. The beauty industry is a $724 million industry projected to be 10.2 billion. Biohacking, vitamins, the need for more money. Like right now, the money that's being put aside for retirement than where we're going. And I highlight that because you can feel really good about your investment here because you're able to pay it forward and show people how to not shop at Amazon, how to not shop at Whole Foods, how to not shop at Ulta, to come to your virtual store, put the most cutting edge science-backed products into their body, and as a result, generate a small part-time or full, lucrative income in the pockets of your time. So the number one thing that I will tell you, I was skeptical when I looked at this was the company. I didn't really know the industry. The products were a no-brainer to me. I'm a clinical nutritionist. I saw the ingredients and I was like, this is clean. This is amazing. I saw the studies, but I didn't really know direct selling. I didn't know network marketing. And I thought, well, what's Isagenix? Who's Isagenix? And my mentor, for those of you that have never heard the story, she flew me down to the corporate office because I was so skeptical. And I remember thinking, I just walked into like the Willy Wonka world of nutrition. I mean, I was so excited. But when I see the awards, when we see the credibility, the credence that this company has, we are a heartfelt family love from the top down. I mean, our culture and our community, which we know people are longing for, wants to lift people up. I don't know anywhere that you walk in the door and pure strangers see the best in you and encourage you to go after your wildest dreams to become the best version of you. We have sold billions of products. We have paid out billions of income. Let me say that again. We have paid out billions in income. We are privately held. We are backed by industry investors. So we are like financially stable to the fullest. We have over 425 legacy members. For those of you that don't know, there's people that have made cumulative 7 figures and beyond. I'm actually number 305. We're a global company. So sometimes it's like, who do you know? Where am I going to be able to connect people? Who do you know in Europe? Who do you know in New Zealand? Who do you know in Australia? Like never did I think that my backpacking years of college, I would be reaching out and talking to them about collagen, 22 some years later. But the opportunity has no ceiling. There's people everywhere that are looking for our solutions. So let's just think about where Isagenix focuses. And I want you to ask yourself, like, who do you know or what family members or what friends have done a diet in the last 6 months, the last year, right? Like they're going keto again, or they went back to this program, or they tried this one, who maybe is not into the Botox fillers route, or even with that, wants to do something more natural. They're interested in K-beauty skincare. They're talking about collagen. I will tell you, everyone I know, young, underweight, overweight, male, female, is looking for energy and focus. If you ever want to see the zombie life of the United States, go sit in an airport and just watch people. I mean, people are exhausted. They're overly caffeinated. They're trying to do things to get through. We have incredible solutions.
Come here, bring it to me.
Gut health. You guys, one of our most recent studies that talks about digestive health. That as a nutritionist is so important to me. And then of course, the financial opportunity and fitness. I come from the background of the sports nutrition area. People will do a lot of things to look amazing. And so it highlights that we have solutions for so many people. When I talk to new people that want to build this business, they go, well, I don't really know anybody. And I'm like, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone, right? And we just get through the E's and I'm like, or A's. And I'm like, you don't know any of these people that want to lose weight. You don't know any of these people that care about their skincare. Any of these people that have ever told you they have a stomach ache. Like, come on, let's go. People are looking for this and they don't know that it's out there. So I'm going to just briefly go through some of our highlight products. You guys, we have over 70 products. You could teach a college degree going through the nitty gritty of all of them. But I want to open this up with our flagship 30-day system. This is why I started on. I have actually 7 brand new people from last Sunday that are doing it right now. That has me super, super excited. But I've always taught that the 30-day is the solution to 3 major issues today. So again, whether you're young, you're old, you're female, you're male, whatever it may be, our food is bankrupt, our bodies are stressed, and our world is toxic. Like, you cannot avoid that. So if you are eating the most organic food and you're growing it yourself and you're eating cold water fatty fish 3 times a day, which nobody is doing, let's just be real, it is still impossible to get everything you need. And there is a difference from good health and optimal health. So if you've never like looked at some of the studies about what's happened to our soil or how food is transported, I will make it simple for you. An orange today does not have the same amount of vitamin C as an orange 40, 50, 60 years ago. So we're looking for optimal supplementation to fill in those gaps of the diet. And our shakes are nutrient dense, low calorie, taste amazing, fill you up, and do exactly that. For those of you that love our shakes, have had our shakes, blow up the chat with your flavor, how you make them, what the shakes have done for you. The second is we have stressed bodies. So we have financial stress, kid stress, work stress, exercise stress, I mean, you name it, right? And when our bodies are stressed and we're pumping out cortisol, it's our fight or flight hormone, and you will never lose belly fat. Your body is in a defensive mode. It's not in a relaxed, digestive state that you can burn excess fat, and it is impossible to lose weight. And our adaptogenic herbs not only support the weight loss goal, if that is what it is, it helps with mood, it helps with focus, it helps with energy, it helps with libido, it helps with exercise recovery. There isn't a single person that cannot benefit from adaptogens. And then our cleanse. We are in a toxic world. You guys, I teach digestion and detox at the school here in Denver. And I will tell you, our kidneys and liver are amazing. But just ask yourself, how many freaking cars are on the road today compared to, 50 years ago? I live in Denver. A lot of people moved here a few years ago. Ask yourself how many chemicals are out there. Like microplastics, that word just like gives me the chills because we can't avoid it. But what we can do is put nutrition in our body that helps eliminate these toxins, that we space up the energy, clear up the energy, that we go back to increasing our metabolism, or you just feel better. I tell people once they've done their first cleanse day, you will see life through rose-colored glasses in a way that you have forgotten is even possible because you feel so good. So whoever invited you to this, if you're curious about it, we'll walk you through your shake days and your cleanse days, but this is really the flagship because you have to have a good foundation before you get into other things. Sometimes people get a little distracted with our bells and whistles and that shiny object, kind of things to try. And I always say, make sure the engine in your car is working before you tint the windows. So I'm going to tell you about some of these, but just remember our 30 days where we get started. So science is everything, you guys. We have over 24 peer-reviewed clinical studies on the collagen, on the hair revival, on our skincare, on the weight loss products. The products are not up for trial. If people are skeptical, send them the studies. And when we say third party, do you know how awesome it is that our research, part of the contract is that even if the results are not favorable to Isogenics, which they are, they will be published anyways. I mean, that's a big risk for a company to put themselves out there. And that's why I align with them so much. So our particular study against the heart healthy diet, when we crush it with more weight loss, more visceral weight loss, putting on more lean body mass, and I will just say it is so much easier and it tastes so much better. So in addition to the nutrition, we've got some incredible beauty lines, and I'm going to spend just a little bit more on these than some of the other products because the collagen has been one of our #1 sellers for years now. It's a flagship product. It's a standalone product, even for people who don't want to change their lifestyle. You take 2 clinical doses a day, one in the morning, one a little bit later. And I say it's like the fountain of youth, right? Spanx for the entire body. It tastes amazing. It is the most incredible type 1 liquid marine collagen. Hair Revival, there is a secret banana flower extract ingredient in there, but for people who have experienced hair thinning, hair loss, the study is showing thicker, fuller, longer hair. And Celatois, I know my girl Stephanie is on here, who's a brand new Celatois customer, and she is loving it. But the ingredients are not only clean and they're not only tested, but it's simple. You guys, I will tell you, until I was even 40, the best thing I could do to wash my face was like a Burt's Bees wipe, right? I was like, okay, I think I got everything off in terms of the makeup. And then as I was like approaching the 40, I was like, maybe I should care about this. And every time I went in to get a facial, and like people would want to send me home with like 30 products, and I'm like, when do and guess where they all went? I never used them. Like our 4-step system smells good, it's clean, it's easy, and the results are bananas. So let's look at the science behind the collagen. Improved hydration, improved skin tone, more radiant, more youthful complexion. If you've never seen our before and after pictures, literally results you cannot get anywhere else. Looking at the Celetois, people experience more moisture, again, more tightening. And what I love about the Celetois is that there is just this overall dewiness, this overall hydration. Coming from Colorado, we are at altitude and it is dry here. People will put on like chapstick and then it's like, did I even put on chapstick? Because your skin absorbs everything. Our cashmere cream is like butter. It is one of the only moisturizers I've ever been able to put on and like not gotten cracky and dry later on throughout the day. And the hair revival, here's my disclaimer in case this video goes anywhere. I know we can't treat or diagnose and all of the things. I will just tell you my story, but I had incredible hair loss after a 2-year IVF journey and after being postpartum. And I was like, whoa, like things I was not prepared for. And I took twice the amount of the hair revival in conjunction with the collagen. My hair has never been longer, never been stronger, never been healthier. I could not tell you more about this specific product myself and how much I love it. I'm not going to go into each of these products, but I am going to highlight a category that we have that is so crucial today, and that's our energy and focus. Our nootropics, when you talk about laser focused concentration, when you've got to get things done. Our E+, which is an all-natural energy shot, again with the adaptogens. For those of you that love XM, I mean, that's moringa. That's one of the most nutrient-dense superfood plants out there with a little boost of caffeine. For those that like a bigger beverage, the Bia on the go, it's sparkling, it's refreshing. We have these really incredible low calorie, low sugar, healthy promoting, you know, like at the mechanism, functional promoting nutrition that tastes great and makes you feel good. The last thing that anybody needs is to have a caffeine high and a crash. That doesn't do anybody any good. But to have laser focused energy that sustains your whole body, amazing. Our sleep support, the adaptogen support, you guys, this is for some younger people in smaller doses. It's for older people, and it can be used at different times throughout the day. So sleep support, of course, before bed. But a lot of people think adaptogens are just first thing in the morning. We keep the elixir in our fridge. If my husband is a little edgy sometimes, a little moody, I literally will just take it out and I'll just put it on his desk. Sometimes with an I love you note, sometimes with a I think you haven't taken this today note. But either way, it's better for us with us both working full time from home. If you are not a happy mix consumer, let me just tell you, these 3 products together will literally make you feel better. So we have put together the moringa with the caffeine, the adaptogens, and then electrolytes for hydration. It tastes divine. Literally, people that have just come in with these 3 products and drink it every day are like, how am I feeling so much better? How is my mood so much better? How am I getting so much done? So your entry level can just be this. And the last thing of products I'm going to tell you is for the athletes. Get out of the way because our stuff is clean, it tastes amazing, and it works. So pre-workout, post-workout, things to take during the workouts. Here again, I'm in Colorado. I'm not far from Boulder, which is one of the most competitive athlete cities in the country. I'm constantly talking to people about the importance of sports nutrition. So I'm going to start to switch gears here just a little bit, but I want to ask you, like, what if you could get paid to share what you love? And I want you to pause for 1 second and just ask yourself, what was something you recently referred to somebody? And you guys type in the chat for this. Like maybe you got a massage and you heard a coworker be like, oh my gosh, like my shoulders are so tight. And you say, oh my gosh, you've got to go see Sheila. She gives the best massage or something. Maybe you thought, oh, my husband and I haven't been out on a date night for a while. Like, where should we go? And somebody said, hey, like go here, go to this restaurant. My good friend Laura, who's on this call, she posted today, she's in St. Louis. Hey, it's National Cheeseburger Day or something like that. Where should I go? And I'm laughing as I'm putting this together, thinking all those people are referring all these cheeseburger restaurants and nobody is going to earn the referral bonus for that. I always say, like, if I was even a fraction good at affiliate marketing, I would be crushing it right now with the baby referrals that I have. It took me a while to be a mama and I bought all kinds of stuff, but holy moly, when I find something that I like, I mean, I have my whole tribe buying it, right? And I'm not getting anything from that. And our business model, you're going to be rewarded, not just once, but over and over and over for telling people about the things you love. The happy mix, the amped performance line, a delicious shake, a shot of collagen. And so I want to invite you to look at the big picture. Now, I will tell you, I'm not going to teach you the compensation plan tonight. We're going to be up way too late for that. If you're interested in it, please scan the little QR code here on the screen where you can watch it. But what excites me is when you really can put it together, some things that set us apart. We are a binary compensation plan, meaning we build 2 teams. One we work on together, one that you have to put some skin in the game, right? You just can't sit there and collect because you're on, you know, the Greenlaw's team or Laura's team or Holly's team or my team, right? I mean, it's a 2/3, 1/3 ratio. 2/3 is done as a team. 1/3 you have to put ante in the pot. But some things that set us apart, if you have ever been in the industry and you're listening to this, we have no volume flushing. We do not have like start over dates. At the end of the month, it doesn't zero out. Everything compounds as long as you're an active customer. We also don't have generational cutoffs. So many companies that after 4 levels, 5 levels, 6 levels, all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, you're below the pay grade. I'm sorry, Carly, I can't help you. You know, you don't benefit my team. This is about community and collaboration, because whether it's you're personally enrolled or someone 100, 200, 1,000 levels down in your organization, it benefits everybody the same. The volume that moves through the virtual franchise, we all are able to benefit from and work together on, which is phenomenal. But what I will tell you, and what got me going early on, because it took me a while to really understand the bigger compensation plan, somebody asked me, do you want to make 100% of all of your own hours, you know, whatever you can do on your own, 100% of that income, or would you rather make 1% of a compound effort of 100 people? And it took me a minute. And I was like, is this a trick question? And then I started to think about it. There's only so many hours in the day. There's only so much I could charge. I'm always going to have this limit. I'm always going to be capped. But I thought if I grew a team of 5 people or 10 people or 20 people or 100 people or 1,000 people or 10,000 people, and we all did a little bit a day and we all were working on it together, I started to understand that concept of the compound effect in leveraged income. And I thought, holy moly, let's go. I'm picking my best friend, everybody who wants to make a lot of money, wants to travel, wants to give back, wants to have some fun, wants to look good, wants to feel good. And we're going to go to the moon with this, because I finally got it. And I thought there's no other way with my background as a nutritionist and trainer, it would be possible. So I don't want you to worry so much today about this picture of the right and the left team, but I want you to just say, who would I love to be able to travel with? Who would I love to go to a personal development conference with? Who are the people that if I was going to open up a business would be my VP team, my C-level team? And ask them to take a look at this and say, I'm going to build an incredible organization, and I want you at the tippity top of it because I respect you so much. We have some different cool things in our compensation plan that have to do with leadership and as you develop other people. But I want you to bring your attention just to the middle of the screen for a second with the cycles. Cycles is the language at Iso-Latin here that refers to residual income. Our cycle value is $54. So at 1-star golden circle, which is 10 cycles, we get paid weekly. That would be $540. Excuse me. And I want you to just say, what would $540 extra a week do for me and my family? What would that do for your friend's family, your sister's family, a coworker's family? When I got started with Isogenics, outside of my really upside down, brokenhearted, I'd gone through a breakup and had some really financial struggles. For those of you that don't know, outside of the immediate getting that turned around, when I was committed to doing this for a long time, and by the way, for anyone that thinks this is going to happen overnight, I told my mentor she had me for 10 years. My very first 30 day, once I loved it, I said, you have me for 10 years. And she will tell you if she was on this call, why 10 years? And I said, because that's how long I've been doing what I do to make $35,000 a year and be 100 grand in debt. I have 2 bachelors, 2 masters, I had a capped income as a trainer and nutritionist, and I had given it 10 years. And I said, if you can turn it around in the next 10 years, it's going to be the best 10 years ever. Fortunately, it happened much quicker, and this company has, paid it tenfold over and over and over. But when I was committed, and she said, what do you want most right now? And I said, $100 a week. I want you guys to hear that, $100 a week. And she said, why is that important to you? So I'm going back to like, why do you want this? Like, what is it that's going to make a difference that this is doing than anything else? I was working shifts as bartenders and waiting tables and running boot camps and all these side jobs to try and make ends meet. And I thought, I'll have Sundays off. If I can make $100 a week, I won't have to work brunch on Sundays. And she said, let's go. Right now, there are a lot of people on this team on our call in our company that have made 6 figures, multiple six figures, 7 figures annually. But I'll tell you, the bread and butter of our company is people that have transformed their lives physically. They jumped in with the 30-day system. They jumped in with the collagen. They look and feel amazing. Told a few friends and are making somewhere between $200 and $500 a week. And those people mean absolutely everything to us. It's the foundation of the company, but those sometimes are the people that need it the most. And they're not necessarily wanting to do anything else but to be able to put their kid through daycare, to be able to pay for gymnastics, to be able to pay off a credit card bill, to be able to go out to dinner, to have a second cell phone, like whatever that may be. And so I want you to just have vulnerable conversations with the people you love about what this company has done for people, because we have no idea what people are looking for, but I can tell you right now more than ever, people are desperately looking for additional income. So it's simple, you guys. Whoever invited you to this, please reach out back to them if you're not already a part of Isagenix. And then the choice is simple. If you happen as a customer, you're going to use the product and you're going to have amazing results, and we're going to, make sure you're supported along the way. If you decide to be an associate, let me tell you, the entry point is the same. We don't have any buy-in. We're not going to have you sit on extra product that you don't need. You're still going to use the product. You're still going to have great results. But hey, then you get to tell people. And if they love it and they do the same, then you can earn a side income. And I always say here at Isagenix, we invite people to truly get cutting edge products, results you cannot get anywhere else. And then we teach you how to build a part-time or full-time business around it, should you decide. So I'm going to close with one of my favorite quotes. If those of you that know me, you hear me say things like this all the time. And if you don't, hopefully it empowers you. But I want you to get obsessed. Totally obsessed. There is no use to just liking what you do, right? And when I think about my love for Isagenix, I'm not obsessed that I have stickers on my car and I always carry a water bottle and I wear the t-shirts. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say obsessed, I don't know if there has been a single day in my life since this company blessed me that I have not talked about it. I haven't shared about it on social media. I haven't reached out to somebody. I haven't bumped into someone at the grocery store, at the nail salon, on an airplane, somewhere to be like, are you open to hearing more about this? Because I think, had my cousin not said, whatever's working for you is not working, had her mentor not reached out to me and cast the vision and showed me this incredible compensation plan, how different my life would be. And I want you to imagine 5 years from now, 10 years from now, looking and feeling amazing. I want you to imagine traveling all over the world. I want you to imagine paying off those credit cards. I want you to imagine circling yourself with the most incredible friends in your entire life. To me, that is the most rich part. When I think about my life 10 years ago, how lonely I was as a solopreneur, and to have this community of people that are there on the hard days, on the good days, on the life-changing moments, on your family moments, that our community is absolutely everything. So I am so thankful and grateful for all of you guys tonight. I am so sorry for my little video issues and technical issues in the beginning. I swear it's not my first time with Zoom. I want you guys to go share your heart and love with the products, with the opportunity, about what Isagenix can do with the people you care about. If you have questions for me, reach out to me. If you have questions for the people that invited you to this call, please reach out to them. But I will honestly tell you, 11 years in this industry, there is nothing like Isagenix. I am recruited heavily every day, to the point that sometimes it's very offensive. And I say, if you understood a fraction of what this company has done for me and my family, you would understand that I'm insulted that you even think I would consider anything else. When it comes to the cultures, when it comes to the values, when it comes to the community, when it comes to who we are with integrity, it is bar none the top. When you look at products, when I say to you, you cannot get these results anywhere else, every day I hear people say, well, I'm going back to this because it's the only thing that worked. Well, if it really worked, you wouldn't be going back to it. People that have done the Isagenix system maintain the results, right? It is long lasting. In the compensation plan, I challenge you to go talk to people about it, because today more than ever, there are more ways for people to be entrepreneurs. There are more ways for people to make money from home. I get it. I told you I coach some of those people, and I love that they have those dreams. But you know what? People that aren't a bookkeeper for corporate America and are doing it from home, they need a financial wall around their income, because if they get sick and if something happens to them, they need a plan B. More than ever, as a young mom, I am so excited that I'm home. I help so many other people be able to bring that to fruition. And there were moments as a little guy, and whether he walks for the first time in a couple days or he talks for the first time, that I'm here with him. Like, my fire is more strong probably than ever before. But this compensation plan says yes to the things in your life you don't even think you need it. In 2013, when this came into my life, I needed $100 a week to have a brunch shift off. In 2019, I was one of my dad's caregivers. Some of you guys know that. I never had to ask for a day off work. I never had to worry about if I had to cancel a patient. I was with him until the day he passed away. I had no idea in 2013 that was a part of my plan. So when I tell you to be bold and be audacious and share this with people, there are people in your life right now that don't even know that Isagenix needs them today, tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, and time to come. Thank you guys so much. Reach out with any question. I love you and have a great night.